1, 2, 3, and...
Good morning, Catherine here. I am here in the Alabama Hills in the Southern Sierra. The Alabama Hills are situated just below the Mount Whitney Range. There is a beautiful view from here to the Mount Whitney Range. I'm looking at it right now. If you've been following me for some time now, you know this is one of my favorite spots. I've shot several videos here. However, this is the first time I'm boondocking here. I've always just tent camped. It's the first time I've brought my rig here. It's a very popular place for boondocking. I actually have a group next to me. I'm not alone out here, so you may hear some noise of other people talking, but it is the Lance crew. There's a truck camper, probably about the same year as mine, next door, and also a Lance trailer. My plan for this trip is just to relax and enjoy. I've been going through a little bit of stressful situation with a sick family member at home. It's just nice to get up here, just to rest and recharge and to kind of balance everything out, clear my mind, clear my soul, and this is one of my favorite places to be. I think later on we will go on a little hike and maybe have lunch out here somewhere among these awesome boulders. For today's lunch for the hike, I'm going to make a turkey sandwich. It is hot today. It is 76 degrees right now, and the high is expected to be 86 degrees today, and it is mid-October. There's my sweet little campsite down below. I didn't get very far. I'm rethinking my plan. The lighting is very harsh right now and it's pretty hot, and because I'm staying here all night, I figured I could wait to do this hike when the lighting is much nicer later this afternoon and it's not so hot. I'm gonna go ahead and just have my lunch here on this rock and enjoy my surroundings, and then we'll come back later. I gotta say, it's kind of strange not to be setting up camp. I normally would show you all that, setting up my tent and everything. That's what I've done in the past when I've camped here. But with my rig, I just pull up and I'm already ready to go. One of the things I'm doing while I wait out the heat and the light is reading. I'm making it a point to make time for reading. And the book that I'm reading currently is called The Last Season, and it's based on a true story about a park ranger named Randy Morganson. His beat was in these mountains right behind me. The Kings Canyon National Park was his main beat. He worked all over the Sierra. He grew up in Yosemite. He was a child of Yosemite, and he just had an absolute love and passion for the mountains, and particularly the backcountry. He took it very personally if anyone even trampled on the smallest wildflower in a meadow. If this man could live his entire life in the backcountry and never come out, he would do that. I actually happen to know someone that he really reminds me of, and you guys may know of him too, Joey Coconato of My Own Frontier. If you haven't checked out his channel, check out his channel, My Own Frontier. He's the only other person that I know that has that real serious passion for the backcountry. It's very cool because it shares stories of search and rescues he was involved in. One day, unfortunately, he comes up missing. I don't know the outcome, as you can see. I have not finished the book, and I don't know of his story. I didn't know of his story prior to reading the book, but I am fascinated about learning about him as a person. He loved the Sierra, and I do too. Okay, I'm gonna pick up where I left off. The lighting is much nicer, however, the wind has picked up. I don't mind wind, although my camera doesn't like it, but it is really beautiful. It is a bit hazy, if you can see back there. I'm not complaining though, it's just a gorgeous afternoon. Look at this landscape here. It is just otherworldly. Fun fact about the Alabama Hills, over 300 movies were shot here, and I think over 150 TV shows, including The Lone Ranger and Bonanza. And if you remember the Kevin Bacon classic Tremors, that was shot here as well. Lots of films that took place in the Wild Wild West. I actually watched the original version of True Grit just a few days ago with John Wayne, and I saw Hot Creek, which is up in the Mammoth area, in one of the scenes, and that was pretty cool. These clouds are pretty wild. You really do feel like you're on another planet here. I have made it back to camp. That was really nice. I really needed that. Very lovely. Unfortunately, there is a fire ban here currently, so I will not be having a fire this evening. No brats over the fire. Dang it. I'm pretty bummed about that. Instead, I will be eating a salad inside the camper. Not very exciting. I think I'm going to go ahead and call it a night here. It will be getting dark soon. However, if the sunset delivers, I may come out and get a few more shots. Otherwise, I will see you in the morning. Good night. I hear an owl. I always hear owls when I come here. Good morning. It is pretty awesome to have your morning coffee while staring out at Mount Whitney. I am smelling fire this morning. I have no idea where it is, but that's what I'm attributing that haze to yesterday. It is time for me to wrap things up here in the Alabama hills. I hope you enjoy this little camp out. Stay tuned to see where I land next, and I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.
1, 2, 3, and